want a pool, I want my own house, I want a workout room, and I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to have to take care of it.
I got a solution for you. This is going to be great. You're going to love it. Okay, so here's the deal. Lately, the home builders, because homes have become so expensive to build, have started building more condensed living areas. We tend to call them multifamily, but I want to kind of move away from that simply because that can get confusing. So what these really are communities of attached homes. Oftentimes they'll have their own garage, their own entrance, but they'll share walls. But what's really cool about this is that now, these are not the attached homes of your father's era. These are solid, well-built, quiet kind of homes, and they have a pool that you don't have to take care of. They have a workout room typically, or some type of a community center, sometimes even a community center, and all of that's covered in your maintenance fees, in your HOA. So what's really nice is that usually the exterior and the landscaping and all the stuff, all the busy work that comes with a single family dwelling, or a single home in this case, you don't have to worry about. So you can actually live your life, do what you want, have the security of knowing that you have a lot of people living around you, and still be able to park your car and feel good most of the time, almost all the time, not always, but almost all the time. These are also gated communities. So seriously, take a look at these. And when I tell you, if you've ever lived in anything like this from a long time ago, depending on how old you are, throw that away. Take a look at these new communities. They're phenomenal. And some of the amenities, you have Olympic-sized pools, and you have amazing workout equipment that's better than half the gyms that I've belonged to in my life, and not used.
So then am I paying extra for that?
Sure. So it's going to be in the HOA. But here, let me explain how that works. So I can tell you, having a pool of my own, that it's about $130 a month just for me to have somebody else take care of it. Over half of that is chemicals alone. So I think it's worth it so we can travel or whatever. And if the pool turns green, I have someone to call who knows a bit more about it. I have a job. But the nice thing is that $120 for you is built into your HOA, and so the pool should always be blue. And half the time, depending on where you live, it is probably heated in the wintertime. Our winter here is not very cold.
And you're not paying for it.
But you're not, well, you are paying for it, but you're not.
You are, but you're not paying for it monthly.
Yeah, what's happening is there's this economy of scale. So when you really start doing the math on how much it costs and the amount of time and effort, if you were to do it yourself or have somebody else do it, the HOAs are quite reasonable. They manage the gate, they take care of the landscaping, they make sure the pool's crystal blue and warm when it needs to be warm and cold when it needs to be cold.
And it's not necessarily a condo, it's not a condominium, so you actually, it's correct, it's not.
Yeah, no, so we're gonna get down into the weeds here. I don't know how important that is to most of the folks watching right now, but a condominium, you own shares of the property, or you're entitled, literally by the contract, to the space within a specific area of the building. What we're talking about here, you own the space, the dirt under it. You're not living in an apartment type scenario necessarily. You actually own an entire unit.
You just share a wall. You
just share a wall or two walls, and your unit may be 1 or 2 stories. It just depends. But ask your realtor about it. I think it's a great way to live. I mean, and I've seen these things range anywhere from 1,200 square feet to over 3,000 square feet. So
it's a great way to have a gym, a pool. Really, some of them probably even have tennis courts, I would imagine. I know over by where we are, there's one that has tennis, a pickleball, a basketball, everything.
Right.
And you have clubhouse too, technically, right?
Often. Yeah. It is so different from what it used to be. People are more apt to, and here's the other reason that the builders have started kind of moving this way, is that it lowers the price points. Often the price points will be, I'm not going to say half, but they may be 60% of what you would pay for a single family house. So seriously, take a look at these. And if you haven't already talked to your realtor about it, talk to them or ping us, and we'll chat with you about it, all right?
And the other thing is, on financing side of it, just because you're buying in a multi-unit, your interest rate is going to be the same as if it was a single-family dwelling. The only difference is you are going to have a homeowners association. That's the only difference.
So the really cool, yeah, I mean, just to
So you can do
reiterate,
the
no,
three
exactly.
small down payment.
Yeah, be a smaller down payment because the price point's going to be a little bit lower. Your interest rates are probably going to be the same. It's still a primary, but you get all the cool stuff. You will have to factor in the HOA when you're determining
Correct.
your qualification. But other than that, the lender can help you with that. The realtor probably, I hope, would know enough to help to warn you with that. But again, we can discuss it further if you'd like in comments.
Check it out. I think you're really going to like it.
And subscribe
Multi-unit.
to us because, we're great.
Do it.